How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with another Historic Brawl deck. Now, this deck is actually a riff on, well, not really a riff, but it's based on my first Historic Brawl deck that I did here on the channel. So that was about 2 years ago, and back then, Historic Brawl was still somewhat new. It did not have, it didn't have, I want to say half the pieces it does now, but it probably didn't have 3/4 of the pieces that we have now. I mean, the format has gotten an absolute ton of new additions. Keep. So we are Nicol Bolas, God Pharoh. We're up against the Angel of Hope, which don't know how I feel about that. I guess she's the font of hope, right? Like, not the real one. I think we're going to counter the commander and then play as Kanta on turn 3. Rude. We do want to draw a creature, so this deck, I kind of wanted to build a Panharmonicon deck, which was not very similar to the first build of the deck. But I kind of also wanted to play around with some of the commands. So one of my backup Panharmonicons is Displacer Kitty, and that's why we're using the command cycle, because they're just so versatile, right? Tail's End. You knew it was coming, opponent. You didn't wait for 4 turns because you didn't think it was coming. So what can you do? Return target non-permanent. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Now we'll hold up Silumgar's command. And hope they just pass through their turn. Have something. Return. Let's do it this way. And let's get rid of the big cost reducer. I was going to return it to my hand, but I forgot that there is additional text on that card. And Mirror Break can go to the bin. So I think the only way that Bolas stays alive is if we +1. Like, we could still bring an angel out of nowhere and, well, that does it too, right? You still gotta exile a permanent or card from your hand, so we are getting value. They have Gix sleeves too. Like, they should be our mono black buddies, but so the inscriptions are also something that I added to it. I was surprised there isn't a red inscription, because I looked in, I didn't own one, and then I clicked not collected, and I didn't see one there. So that leads me to believe there isn't a red inscription, but that doesn't make much sense. Like, there has to be, right? So we need 8 mana to get full value out of this. Which we have 6. Actually, I'm gonna send that to the bin. We just need things in the bin, honestly. Let's get Atreus down. Would have been nice if we could have stuck our Panharmonicon earlier. I will take the land pile. We won't draw though because we kind of like the cards in our hand, right? Like next turn we play Oracle, which gets us to I think Oracle into Panharmonicon is probably our best bet, right? You could also just bolus and pick off whatever big creature they decide to play at us. Yeah, so they still have a cost reduction. Actually, we'll keep that on top. So how much mana do I have? Can I take a hit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 mana. Can spend 7 to get back 5, which will bring me up to 6. Yeah, I think we just do this now. Let's get rid of those angels before they start swinging. So we have 8 mana now. One of the weirdest things, that's just a mechanical thing, is that Baneslayer Angel, I thought I saw it, there it is, Baneslayer Angel, has protection from demons and dragons, which Bolus is a dragon, but there's no dragon on his text, so technically Bolus can kill himself a Baneslayer Angel, no problem. I think if we play it like this, decline. Yeah, these two we're not really worried about. It's the big angels in the hand that are the problem. We need to find like our blood money or something similar. They might have artifact removal. They were hovering our orrery, but then again they were hovering our graveyard too. So they might have a piece that's graveyard slash artifact removal, and they're trying to decide if a Croxa in the bin is more dangerous or a orrery on board. And honestly, an orrery on board is probably just not a dragon. I don't know what to tell you. Let's start exiling their hand because they have too many cards in hand. Yeah, they killed our other Nickel Bolas. This one's in the command zone though, so he's relatively safer. And I don't think there are that many effects in white that just straight up kill a planeswalker, right? Like, part of the reason we were hyped when Fateful Absence came out is because it was a pretty one-of-a-kind effect. Let's keep exiling that hand. We get Swords to Plowshare and a Mind Stone. I think I'm going to pay 8 for this, and I think I'm going to take them all. And we'll keep the scriptures in case we need them. And then this will get rid of 2 more cards. I bet the Baneslayer stays. The Baneslayer doesn't stay. Oh my god. Whatever they have in the hand is probably pretty good. If it's better than a Baneslayer. What card type you choosing? Creature, okay. It's a bit awkward, actually. Because Nicol Bolas is a planeswalker. Well, that was game 1. It was a fun game 1. I really do love my Grixis decks. We'll do 2 more, I think. Maybe 1 more if it gets to be like a 20-minute game, but that rarely ever happens, so we should be good. So I did some PC housekeeping today, and I cleared out my my old video raw folder, and yeah, I found that my PC suddenly had 500 gigabytes of space in it again, and it's always a nice feeling. So this is an okay hand. We have a Colian's Command on 3. We have to draw a land to get the key to the archive, but like the ramp package is there, right? Fraying Omnipotence is a little asymmetrical for this hand, but it's supposed to be a lore piece anyway, so if we got ourselves with Fraying Omnipotence, Bolas did too. Like, right? We can't fault ourselves for not dodging a bullet that Bolas couldn't. So we have Temple on 1, Crypt on 2. We're on the play, which means we're going to get an additional card throughout the course of the game, but we'll keep the land because we kind of need it. Black sources are valuable. I think they're in a Layla artifact deck. That'd be my guess, because you don't often see Chromatic Sphere. Are they a fairy deck? Be cool to see a fairy deck, but I don't know if the pieces are all there for it to work. I mean, technically you have a lot of the changelings, but a lot of the changelings are in green, so if you really want a tribe that's benefits from like the shapeshifter changeling thing, you really want green. But blue does have a few options, right? So like, it's not completely out of the woods or completely out of the question. I think we go for the bigger option here. I like Electrolyze? We'll discard Croxa because it likes being in the graveyard anyways. And the next turn we can Dreamstone Hedron. Or if we draw a land, we can just Bolus, right? Yeah, that's rough. Not a great land either. I think I'm gonna go Ornithopter, Paradise, and hold up Electrolyze. And that way, if a Minded Meekstone comes off the top, we don't just lose the game. Man, I thought you were the counterspell one. I thought that was a little weird, but we have made killing a Layla a little easier. I think I'm just gonna attack the hand again. Like having a plus ability that gets 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. Really nice. Really, really nice. A Paradox Engine. Well, I know what we're going to have to spend our next turn doing. Getting rid of a Paradox Engine. Hmm. 2 damage to any target, destroy target artifact. And I have 6 mana left over. I will drop the Hedron. And then let's kill the Ayula. Our poor Bolus dies for our sins here, but someone had to, right? Decline. Draw. Blue. Blue. Dark Intimations. Hand. Resolve. Auto pay. No treasures for you. I see those 5 lands. They don't cast an Ayula. Well, now they can next turn, but we can start spinning Bolus this turn, so they're pretty well screwed. Resolve. Auto pay. Eight loyalty. Go up to 10. I guess I have a reality chip now. And that's all I can do. Eula comes back. Auto pay. Let's see what we can grab from the fairies. Heartless Act. So next turn we should win. Let's just get rid of all of these. Whip up our reality chip. A Titan with a piece of tech from Neo Tokyo. That is what Magic's about, I guess? It's very close. So I guess they have to search up a way to kill Bolus. Because he's going to murder them. Yeah, exile each well, actually that's not too bad. It's not too bad. That's not the lethal approach I thought it would be. He's not the one that exiles all but the last card of your library. They searched up a Boots? Tezzeret, Betrayer of Flesh. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, I'll discard a Cold Steel Heart. You know what? We ain't got nothing to do. Just in the turn. I kind of need a way to exile their bin. Because the Berry Ruin gets back Paradox Engine. Although Bolus does just kill our opponent next turn. Like, it's scary that there could just be a Paradox Engine out of nowhere. But the game is over. Our opponent is in the tank. GG opponent. Well, that was our game 2. We're up to 24 minutes. Games of this take about 12 minutes, I guess. That's just how long they take. One more. We are not getting our daily quest for attacking either done, because Bolus doesn't attack. He wins through less conventional means. So I want to build another deck tonight, and I want to build maybe a third, but that's probably too ambitious. Either way, I might do another remaster. I might try to get my hand at some artisan decks again, where we're only using commons and uncommons, because those were fun. I think I'm gonna free mull this. There's no ramp. There's nothing really interesting. I'll keep this. So the benefit of this hand would have been that if we got to a Mirror Breaker, he could fix out the mana smoothing, and then we'd have removal, ramp, Panharmonicon, that kind of stuff. Dargazar, Shivan Champion. do see what our opponent is putting down, and I'm not sure I like it too much. Man, 3 mana used to get you a 2/1. They gave you some card selection. These days it gets you a 2/2 card selection and another 2/2 that has an arguably broken ability attached to it. Boy. I think we can safely get rid of that. I want to keep the rest, though, but I'm curious as to what I'll draw. Hostage Taker? Yeah, we have to kill... For those who haven't played against this commander before, you have to kill him every time he hits the battlefield. There is no way around that fact. Like, next turn we go up to 6 mana. We probably have to pick off a mana dork. We definitely have to pick off a mana dork. So I'd like to ramp, but 2 damage, target player discards a card. Let's you, and let's get rid of you. I guess if we had suicided our Goblin Shaman, we could have yeah, the reflection's gotta die. Something good. Lightning Helix is good enough. Corpse Brazier, you can go to the bin. No. Thank you. Yeah, if I have my say opponent, you will never cast that card again. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, he's back. Luckily, Bolus is here to handle him this time. Bolus does die for this, but this is the first time we've cast him, and this is the second time they've cast their commander. So we're technically winning on commander tax, even though we're a little bit more expensive. And then next turn, having less permanents actually helps us out for, I guess it doesn't for Fraying Under, right? Because it only counts creatures, but... we just lose into the egg spam, unfortunately. Actually, we'll keep the Panharmonicon. We'll get rid of this because we can cast the Panharmonicon this turn. So they have to sack 3 creatures. Yeah, one of the reasons why I really dislike playing against Dragazug is because he basically gives you, every turn he's alive, he gives you at least 4 mana value worth of permanents for free. For just existing. And it takes 3 turns for those permanents to show up, right? It's not fully free, but it's pretty close. Here's the one. Do they have other dragons? I don't know. I might get a bad mana dork off of this. Cut down. It does nothing, okay. GG, opponent. The Infinite Eggs won. Either way, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time around. Bye for now.